Laurie, well, I think people have seen you a few times on TV, but this is a whole new venue for you, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm out with my art and my photography, as well as I threw in some of my music CDs, and so you can see from my mixed media art and the photography, it's a celebration of color and life and pretty whimsical stuff like me. And you know, a lot of what I do, like through my nonprofit of Creative Spirit Families, is celebrate creativity and color. And so with that, I offer invitations for people to come and play at Playshops and that sort of thing. And so a lot of my work is just really playful. So I try to put a lot of that playfulness and the color into the art, and I do a lot of photography stuff for my websites, and so it's been fun to put it on some little cards and some frames and just get it out there. And he's looking at the roses. I actually have always called those fire roses, but after such a hideous fire, I took the fire out today because that word is sort of a buzzword right now. We don't like to think about fire, but the good side of fire is that it ignites life. And I had a birthday a few years ago. It's a November birthday, and the way the sun was coming through those roses, reflecting all the red off of the leaves that were on the ground, it was just such a beautiful thing. So even now it's been a couple of years, I still am celebrating those roses, and it was fun to put them in red frames and stick them on a table.
Yes.
So,
well, I've also seen you perform and completely coordinate play shops.
Yes, my play shop.
And play camps. And
yes, my Feathers Camp. You came for a day to my summer camp.
A wonderful time.
Wonderful time. It's great to play, and we all have this inner child that is alive and well. So whether you have grown children or grandchildren or no children, we all have that child inside of us. And so I love to just hold that space. And you were fun. You were one of our playmates. We put some feathers on her head, and she was great. My camp at Silver Lake every summer is called Feathers of Freedom. And so we're free to play and have a good time. And of course I love the music too, and we're not going to do music today, but I like to sing just one little refrain. I do a lot of songs that are for kids and families and folk music, but I use affirmation in a lot of my songs. And so I've been thinking about this one today. I am a bright light. That's who I am. I'm gonna shine as bright as I can. I am a bright light, and so are you. That's who I am. I'm gonna shine as bright as I can. So anyway, just putting in a plug for music as one of the arts as well.
And she writes her own music, performs her own music. She integrates art in her play shop. She integrates all sorts of things.
Yeah, well,
and I have a little bit more about that.
Well, I have hundreds of Laurie Story books that I've written and illustrated, and they're written in rhyme. And I can't float on my coat like a boat in the moat if it's stuck in your throat. And actually, doing my art in the last few years, I have been re-illustrating a lot of my Laurie Story books. Because back in the day when I would go around with my suitcases, I would have felt pieces, and I used felt boards. And the felt was sort of a fun digital, but now that I'm doing this other kind of illustration, it's so much better. So that's really fun to evolve that art. But
and you have hundreds of books on your
I have hundreds of Laurie Story books and hundreds of songs and hundreds of videos, and it's all found online at the Leaping Literacy Online Library.
Leaping Literacy Online Library. Do you have that? And it's free, isn't it?
Well, I always have a free shelf that is stocked every Friday. And I have been redoing the membership library, so that I keep trying to figure out how to get paid, because I have all these people in my world that like to get paid too, like the landlord and the groceries and all that. But it's really when you think about it, it's pennies per title. But I do have a membership library, and then but I encourage people to come in as a free member and enjoy the freebies that are there every Fab Friday. And then if you get a feel for the library and you like what's there, then I run specials, and it's a membership library, but it's cheap.
It's inexpensive.
It's inexpensive because
it's very valuable.
Well, and I serve teachers and families, and they're the ones that often don't have a lot of expendable income. But if you think about what you would spend to go out and have a good time, and you're getting hundreds of songs and hundreds of books and hundreds of videos. So that's my offering online, Leaping Literacy. Thanks for asking about that. And then, yes, I do a monthly play shop. a monthly local play shop, and in the summer the family camp that's up at Silver Lake. So, and those are live opportunities to come and just play and sing and do art and share from our heart.
Yes.
Because that's my spiritual literacy work. You know, the word spiritual can be kind of loaded these days, but for me, it's about we have a heart, we have a soul, we have a spirit, and when we play together, that comes out in the best ways. And then we'll often just talk about what's in our hearts. And kids are great at this, and they help remind us that it's not that hard. You can say how you feel,
Yeah.
and it feels good to say how you feel. So,
yes.
yeah.
Yes. Being with Laurie is always a happy place.
Thank you.
I compare you to a female. I call her a female Dr. Seuss, except she's far more prolific in so many different areas than even Dr. Seuss was. But
Well,
you have
thank
to
you.
experience some of her creativity and her brilliance in everything that she does.
Well, thank you, my dear.
Well, thank you, Laurie.